rioters are just teenagers, some as young as 8.
If they're here at this event, they're not out in the streets.
He says by participating, they're showing their support for their cause.
Instead of being on the streets and violence and stuff, I was able to come to the gym.
Tonight's attendance and the number of participants exceeded Sarge's expectations. When he looks at the crowd,
I see hope. I see hope because it's going to take a collective effort. Sarge can't do it by himself. And them here today shows that I've got support.
Support for saving lives. In Lexington, Ricky Sayer, LEX 18 News.
And Sarge holds the Gloves Up, Guns Down events several times a year. He says he never plans to retire. Well, tonight we are cooling down ahead of Easter morning. Meteorologist Emily Goodman is showing us what we can expect before the egg hunting begins. Emily?
Yeah, really chilly conditions, Lee, coming up tonight. In fact, we actually have a frost advisory that will go into effect in a few hours at about 3 a.m. and last until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Currently, temperatures are down around 53 degrees after topping out around 66, 67 degrees in Lexington, maybe even closer to the 70-degree mark for southern Kentucky. So as we see the skies beginning to clear, we have northwest wind around 10 miles per hour. So that's going to be making it feel just a little bit on the cooler side. Those winds are really going to have to calm down, though, before we start to see some of that frost developing. Temperatures across the region are coming in right now, still in the upper 50s for southern Kentucky. Whitley City at 60 degrees. It's 53 in Fayette County, a couple of 52s from Frankfort down through Harrodsburg. 49 degrees in Danville. Some of those valley areas are really going to feel the frost effects by late tonight and early tomorrow morning. The good news is we have dry conditions on Max Track, clearing skies. So as that happens, those temperatures will continue to drop in the wake of that weaker cold front that moved through earlier today. Notice no more rain over to the west. So that means a dry day for us tomorrow. Beautiful day. Starting out, though, in the mid to upper 30s at 9 a.m. Sunrise services will be very cold, and then we'll start to see those temperatures warming into the mid 50s. So not quite as warm as the past couple of days, but at least we'll stay dry. Lee.
All right. Thank you, Emily. Russian attacks are intensifying this weekend in eastern and southern Ukraine. It's happening after Ukraine claimed that its missiles were responsible for sinking a Russian warship earlier this week. Cole Higgins has the latest on what Ukrainian officials are calling an increasingly hostile situation.
Extensive destruction in the Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine Saturday. Russian strikes intensifying, damaging an oil refinery, a hospital, a market, residential buildings, and more, according to a regional official.
They want to erase Ukraine in a way. They want to make this a perpetually weak, unstable state.
In southern Ukraine, Mykolaiv and Kherson facing heavy shelling. The situation there growing increasingly hostile as Ukraine says Russia is retaliating for the sinking of its warship, Moskva, in the Black Sea. And in Kyiv, the mayor is urging residents who left the city to not return just yet. At least one person is dead and several are injured after the Ukrainian capital came under fire Saturday morning. This after more than 900 bodies of civilians have been discovered in the Kyiv region since the Russian army withdrew from there.
The more weapons we put in, they're going to go after arms depots and things that can really disrupt Ukraine's ability to prosecute this war.
Heavy-duty U.S. military aid is expected to arrive in Ukraine in the next 24 hours. Russia now warning of, quote, unpredictable consequences if the U.S. keeps giving weapons to Ukraine.
Oh, they're scared of them. These weapons are very dangerous for the Russian movements in the east. Those troops aren't prepared for a force-on-force kind of fight.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Back in the U.S., violence broke out in South Carolina, where 12 people were injured during a mall shooting. 10 people were shot and 2 were injured in a stampede at the Columbiana Center Mall. That's according to police there. 3 armed suspects have been taken into custody, but it's unclear if all of them fired a weapon. Investigators say this was not random. The victims range in age from 15 to 73 years old. And the man charged with killing 10 people at a Colorado supermarket is still not mentally competent to stand trial. The ruling came from a judge yesterday that says the alleged gunman is not yet able to understand the legal proceedings. The court believes that if the 22-year-old continues his medications, he may be restored to competency in the near future. The court will reevaluate his competency to stand trial in July. Well, baseball is a game for everyone, no matter your skill set. Coming up, a look at the Miracle League after taking a pandemic pause. Today, the Toyota Bluegrass Miracle League stepped back on the baseball diamond after a pandemic suspension. The Adaptive Baseball League helps players of all abilities play America's favorite pastime. We spoke with some of the organizers who say it's a little like controlled chaos as several people stand on base while multiple baseballs are in play. We asked about how it's been coming back from the pandemic.
It was a tough 2 years, and we had a couple false starts where we thought we were going to get going, and then ultimately had to shut it down due to surges or variants coming around. So that was it's been hard to have to sit that long and to try to find ways to keep our families engaged. So to be back out here is just amazing.
The Miracle League says they have cookouts every weekend, so if you missed today's event, make sure to come out next week. And a local dentist brought a lot of people outside today as well. Commonwealth Smiles hosted a free Easter egg hunt. This event was split into 3 different age groups and featured pictures with the Easter Bunny, of course, face paintings and prizes. The small business thanks the community for their support and says it's already looking ahead to the summer, where they're planning another event for June 3rd.
Well, temperatures may not be all that warm tomorrow, but at least we're going to have some sunshine, so that may help to kind of lift those temperatures just a little bit. 50s, low 60s for southern Kentucky. We'll see, though, how warm we're going to get post-Easter coming up next in your Storm Tracker forecast. Rolling into Easter, well, actually on through Easter weekend. Today is considered Easter weekend. Had some lovely weather today. We did see a little bit more cloud cover than what we would like to see, but we did see a few peaks of sunshine. And so for tomorrow, it will be similar, but we're going to add the sunshine and drop the temperatures just a little bit. So it will be fair. It'll look nice, but it's not going to feel great. So you will have to have an outer layer on top of your Easter outfit. Heavy rain then pushes in Sunday night. That's a part of a cold front that will be coming in. And then that cold front's going to keep our temperatures in the 50s for a few days. After that, once we get to late week, it's going to just skip spring and head towards summer as highs push up near 80 degrees. By next weekend. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Weak cold front passed last night, brought us some rain. We've had dry conditions all day today. We'll continue that tonight. Clouds clearing out. We have a full moon tonight, so we'll talk about that as well. A couple of scattered showers by early tomorrow morning. Thankfully, those remain south of us in Tennessee. Kentucky will stay dry. In fact, all of Easter Sunday will be dry. We'll have a few passing clouds here and there. Lots of sunshine for us, though, and then eventually a little bit more rain starts to head our direction and kind of ramps up a little bit. Possibility of even some heavier snow showers. And look at that, snow showers just north of the river. That's not really any surprise considering how chilly it's going to be coming up tomorrow and tomorrow night as well. Working away into Monday, though, it may start soggy with rain falling overnight, and we have another quick moving but drier cold front moving in, so that's going to keep our temperatures on the chilly side Monday and even through Tuesday. So you can see it here, a couple of shots of that colder air sliding down from a high pressure system up in Canada. That's going to keep our temperatures in the 50s for a good chunk of the week, at least for the first couple of days. Tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. By Wednesday, we shoot up to 65 degrees, and after that, we head toward the mid and the upper 70s by next Saturday. In fact, next Sunday, we are looking at highs around 80 degrees, so we'll definitely take that. Temperature outlook toward the end of April. A lot of warmth taking over the eastern half of the U.S., sending our temperatures 10, 15, 20 degrees warmer in some spots, warmer than normal. We have to make it through a couple of chilly nights first tonight, especially around Lexington and points north. Temperatures will be dipping into the mid and maybe even the lower 30s, closer to freezing. Southern Kentucky, not quite as chilly. Low temperatures dipping down into the mid and the upper 30s. Therefore, the frost advisory is kind of around Jackson County and points north. So more so central northern Kentucky and eastern Kentucky included in that frost advisory that goes into effect at 3 a.m. and lasts until 10 a.m. And then, of course, the darker purple above the river. That's a freeze warning. Sorry, bring in those sensitive or cover up those sensitive plants. Interestingly enough, we have the full moon outside that was full today at 2:55 p.m. And we know that the full moon plays into the Easter role because Easter falls after the first full moon after vernal equinox. So that's tonight. Easter's tomorrow. Something a little interesting for you. And this month's full moon nickname is the pink moon. For tomorrow, high temperatures jump up around 56 degrees. Lots of sunshine, so we'll take that. We will see those temperatures warming up at least by Wednesday. We're in the 60s, 70 degrees with another shot at rain on Thursday. Earth Day is Friday, 74. We're back up to 80 degrees next Sunday. We'll be right back.
Kentucky softball was looking to even up the series with Arkansas after falling 2-1 Friday night in Fayetteville. However, they had to make a comeback. They trailed 7-1 in the fourth inning, but you can never doubt this offense, especially Aaron Koffel. 3-run shot ties things up at 7, a 6-run fourth inning for the Cats. Now we go to the 7th, same score, and guess who? It's Koffel again, second home run of the night. And then later on, some insurance from Miranda Stoddard. She's at the dish with a runner on, and she hits a 2-run homer to make it 10-7. Cats score the final 9 runs of the game to even the series. Winner of tomorrow's game means at least a share at the top of the conference with Alabama. First pitch scheduled for noon. And Kentucky baseball drops the series finale to Missouri 10-6. Cats now fall to 21-15 on the year. They're back on the road Tuesday for a non-conference matchup with Louisville. Well, the Lexington legend